This is a sculpture of the sign language sign for I love you. See, I don't know much sign language myself, but I do know this particular hand signal represents love. And that's what we all need in this world. We all need love. This was created and dedicated on October 23rd, 2019 by the students at the South Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind, along with the citizens of South Carolina. Beautiful sculpture. Please make sure you spread love. Welcome everyone, it's your boy P9 and I am here at Columbia, South Carolina, the state capital of South Carolina. And I'm starting off at the corner of Assembly and Gervais Street in downtown Columbia. Now, Columbia, South Carolina, again, is the state capital, and it is located where Broad and Saluda rivers meet up. So it's a confluence of Broad and Saluda, and they meet in Columbia to form the Canal River. And Columbia is also home of the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. So the University of South Carolina is located in Columbia. And I'm here on this lovely Thursday evening, May the 23rd, 2024. Walking down Gervais Street. Load of that right there. Different colored rooster. So it looks like I'm in a section of downtown Columbia where there's a few bars and local hangout spots that are frequented by college students, being that the college is in such close proximity. Check that out. Soda cap connector. Oh wow. I just came in to Columbia like 30 minutes ago or so. Drove from Charlotte, North Carolina, which is about an hour and 40 minutes or something like that. There was a bit of a traffic jam not too far outside of Charlotte, but I made it. Boku Kitchen and Saloon. I don't have no water. There's a couple of bars over here. Right across the street over there is a dive bar, and this is a tap room and grill right here on Lincoln Street, right off of Gervais Street. So this was the site of Wayside Hospital, established March 10th, 1862 by a group of Columbia women to care for sick and wounded Confederate soldiers, supported by voluntary contributions. About 75,000 men were cared for before the hospital was closed February 15th, 1865. From this little nucleus spread the grand system of wayside hospitals. So in this very site was where a group of women volunteered out the kindness of their hearts to nurture the wounded Confederate soldiers during combat. So that's pretty much it with Gervais Street. Just a series of bars and restaurants catered to primarily college students. Walking down Lady Street. That's a funny name for a street. Lady Street. But yeah, it's right here, this particular building right here, this particular structure is the 4125 Seaboard Airline Passenger Depot. This depot and bagger room was listed in the National Historic Place and it was on the Seaboard Airline Railway. Okay. Trying to see if I can find somewhere that's selling bottled water. I'm parched. All this walking, especially in this sun, gotta stay hydrated. Had me a couple of bottles earlier, but those they're gone. Getting ready to come up on Assembly Street. Y'all, let me take a break and go find some water, and I'm gonna come right back. Here you go, sir. A couple bottles of water.
Man, appreciate you, bro.
Hey, man, not a problem, man. I just want to make sure you hydrated and everything out here in this heat, man.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
got no water in Florida.
Man, I know it is, man. Bro, hey. Yeah, this is YouTube. This is my YouTube. Yeah, just started a channel, so just trying to get everything, trying to get it in line and everything. So yeah.
What are you doing, baby?
It's just basically just vlogging, going around different cities, just checking them out, doing vlogs and stuff like that. Yeah, but man.
What places you done been?
Shoot, man, I've been so many places, like different cities around, mostly in America, but I've been in a couple of islands and the Caribbean. So yeah, just trying to venture out, see different places, man. What's up?
See it before we die, anyway.
Man, you got to, man.
You got to, man.
World is much bigger than your backyard,
Yeah,
It's
I
Hey, man, not a problem, man. You take care, brother. All right. Yeah. I usually don't film myself doing any random acts of kindness. However, I did that earlier. He asked me if he could have a bottle of water. There was nothing I could do for him at the time, but all he wanted was some bottled water, man. That's all he wanted was some water. And I wanted to show you guys it's easy to perform an act of kindness. It's hot out here, man. When I hear people like, I'm thirsty myself, and it's hard being out in this heat, and not having anything to hydrate yourself with, especially ice cold water. There's nothing more refreshing than ice cold water, for real. So it was a good brother, just we all at some point in time need things in life. So I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to perform an act of kindness. This building right here is the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center. Here's an outdoor exhibit and the wall of remembrance. Looks like these are the names of different public servants who have passed away, and these are like local public servants who served in the Columbia area, whether it's firefighters, law enforcement officials. But this is a memorial for those individuals who lost their lives in the act of serving. So I think it's really cool that they did this right here. The two towers symbolize resolve. The two fallen pieces of the towers are so we never forget our fallen. The cross beams from the WTC serve to remind all Americans we are a united nation of one. We must never forget our fallen heroes. Daniel C. Hennigan, retired from the U.S. Army, he founded this particular sculpture. This is a sculpture of one of the K9 deputies. K9 Deputy Fargo. Wow. This is unique. I've never seen anything like this in any city I've ever been. Wow, it's a lot of fallen soldiers. I had to have a moment of silence on that one. It's like they have like a courtyard outside the convention too. They have a garden. Excuse me, y'all, if you guys hear that background noise, it's this 51 ounce, or excuse me, yeah, about 51 ounce bottle of water. I was able to find a convenience store, got me a bottle of water. Had to get a 50 ounce because it is hot out here. Hopefully it does seem like it's cooling off a little bit because it's a little bit after 6, but it's still hot. You know, the days are longer in the summertime, even though it's not officially summer yet. You know, that doesn't happen until next month, but it does. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, down south, the summer starts in May. So there you have it. This is 1201 Main Street building. These are basically the tallest buildings in Colombia. So we're in the Main Street district now. And in the distance right there, I don't know if you can see it, but that's the Bank of America tower. this is the South Carolina State House right here. I had to confirm that this was it, but I was pretty sure that it was. I just had to confirm. This is the South Carolina State House. So this functions as the Capitol building, being that Columbia is the state capital. So it houses the offices of the governor, the General Assembly of South Carolina, and the Lieutenant Governor of South Carolina as well. So at least this is on flat land. It's not perched on a hill like the Tennessee State Capitol was in Nashville, because of how exhausted I am right now. I don't think I could handle walking up a hill. But this, I don't even think I can handle walking up some steps. I think I'm good right here, just getting this building. Classic revival style building. Statue of George Washington right here. During the occupation of Columbia by Sherman's army from February 17 to 1865, soldiers brick-batted this statue and broke off the lower part of the walking cane, as you can see right here. So George Washington had the bottom of his walking cane broke off by a bunch of soldiers in Sherman's army back in 1865. Yeah, crazy times those were back in the Civil War days. Of course, you have the gardens, the landscape gardens, lawn, and all those things right outside the Capitol building. Benches and stuff like that. Now, let me not walk on the grass. I'm tripping. Let me go around. And they have walking trails around the State House as well, from Sumter, Pendleton, Assembly, and Gervais Street. Wow. And this is from the Spanish War. This is a soldier holding a rifle right there. Yeah. It's a nice building. Extremely old, obviously, but nicely preserved. Some nice monument right here as well. This monument was actually unveiled in 1879. So that was the South Carolina State House. Getting ready to make our way onto Main Street. Okay, so this monument right here commemorates peaceful state house protests that occurred on March 2nd, 1961. This was during the civil rights era. And right here are all the individuals who partook in this particular event. So, being that this was during the civil rights era, they were protesting all the inequality, things that all of the other civil rights activists were protesting across the nation in regards to racial discrimination. And this right here is a marker that commemorates the Edwards versus South Carolina Supreme Court case. On March 2nd, 1961, over 200 African American college and high school students marched 6 blocks from Zion Baptist Church to the South Carolina State House in an NAACP organized protest of racial segregation. Led by Benedict College theology student David Carter, protesters walked the Capitol grounds, carried signs, and when ordered to disperse, sang patriotic and religious songs. Despite the orderly nature of the protest, 190 people were arrested for disturbing the peace, as to be expected. Continued on the other side. Defended by NAACP lawyers, including local attorneys Matthew Perry and Lincoln C. Jenkins Jr., 187 students appealed their convictions to the U.S. Supreme Court. In 1963, the court ruled 8-1 that the arrest violated the First and 14th Amendments. The decision, styled Edwards versus South Carolina, after lead plaintiff James Edwards Jr. was a landmark ruling cited to defend activists across the U.S., declaring states may not make criminal the peaceful expression of unpopular views. Exactly. They had their rights violated when they were arrested because they were exercising their First Amendment and their 14th Amendment rights. So, yeah, and it was a lot of that going on. A lot of that still goes on today. Protesters still getting arrested. And for peaceful protesting, it's not like, okay, well, you know, if they're being violent, of course, you know, violence is against the law, but if they're being peaceful, leave them alone. Let them express their First Amendment rights. It's a nice sculpture right here. It's like it's made out of stainless steel. Doesn't look like there's any info on it, so I'm gonna keep it moving. And this building, Main and Gervais. Synovus building. So we're at the part where there was civil rights activism going on. There's a marker right here. So again, it wasn't just Montgomery, it wasn't just Birmingham, Selma, Memphis, cities like that in the South that were taking part in civil rights activism and having protests and marches and things of that nature. It was also cities that they didn't really talk about like that much, and that in Columbia, South Carolina being one of them. Here's an image of these protesters, these black protesters standing on the State House grounds, which is right across the street over there where we just came from. It's a lot of history in these cities. We're right here in the core of downtown Columbia. Oh yeah, they're gonna make sure that they let it be known. Right here on Main Street District, they have a banner. Congrats to the women's basketball national champions 2024. So again, the women's basketball team won the national title this year. So I'm happy to be right here in Columbia. About a month or so after they pulled it off. Check this out. Free Times, the Post and Courier. It's the local publication for Columbia. So I can just pull and take one. Oh, there's none in there. So much for that. Thought I was gonna get me a free newspaper. But apparently that didn't happen. It's all good. I'm not salty. At the corner of Main and Lady Street. There's another banner right here. Shows you how much pride they have in their local sports, especially when they win a championship. I mean, come on. You know the locals are going to rep their teams when they win on the national stage. Come on now. It's a no-brainer. 1320 Main. It's a tall office building right here. So we're around a couple of locally owned restaurants. You know, pretty quiet evening. Nice quiet evening to take a stroll for sure. I've been at it all day today, but hey, it's part of what I do. So I just get it done to the best of my ability anyway. Columbia's downtown is a lot bigger than I thought it was. I mean, it's pretty vast, you know. Is this a palmetto tree right here? Well, South Carolina is known as the palmetto state, so we're over here at Washington Street. Of course, it was named for George Washington, commander of the Continental Army throughout the Revolution and the first president of the United States. So George Washington gets a lot of love out here for sure. No, I don't have that on me, man. I'm sorry. Check this out right here. Lovely Rita, the meter maid. So it looks like someone got what looks like some scrap metal and put together this nice little statue. Created by Matthew Kramer for WACH Fox Columbia Change for Change. Main Street Public Art. And you see right here, there goes the meter. Lovely Rita, the meter maid. Yeah, those meter maids are pretty mean. If you don't feed that meter and pay your parking fare, they gonna come and get you for sure. Wow, this is where all the Blue Cross Blue Shield bikes are supposed to be, but they don't have them posted over here. I don't know, they all empty. I don't know what's going on with that. Is it just that everybody is renting them all at the same time? I don't know. Those more markers that talk about the legacies of the civil rights movement in South Carolina. One of the hallmarks of the state civil rights litigation was Briggs versus Elliott, 1951. which stemmed from a grassroots campaign to equalize schools in rural Clarendon County. Wow, okay. Nah, just vlogging. Just vlogging.
Vlog, that's what
Yeah, yeah.
That shit nice. Having seen a couple different guys make videos and stuff.
I'm trying just doing it for the YouTube, you know.
Yeah.
And just started my channel like less than a month ago.
Well, what's your channel name?
It's called P9 Travel Vlogs. Yeah, I got about 20 something videos on there right now. Yeah. But it.
Where you from?
I'm from Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, he a Bama
Yeah, man.
boy.
So yeah.
Bama
So I just be getting around, traveling, just doing my thing, you know. Man, yeah. You on YouTube?
No, I don't
Yeah, you got a channel. Oh, okay.
I'm like, bro, I just be cool.
Oh man, for real.
It's hard out here.
Man, I know, bro. I know, man. But you stay up, man. Try to stay up, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, man.
Gotta get the fucking down here.
Oh yeah.
Downtown Columbia is ruthless, bro.
Oh yeah.
Drug shit and, you know.
Mm.
In February, the day before my birthday, guy got stabbed to death.
Wow, right downtown?
Downtown.
Man. Oh, that's crazy, man.
Down there, no Memorial Park.
Memorial Park?
Yeah.
Oh man. Bro. Man, I hate to hear that, man.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Crazy shit
It's great. Yeah, it is. It is, man. It's like, that's why I just try to keep, you know, I just keep my eyes open all the time when watching people, you know. It's what you gotta do, man, cause
protection, safety.
It's
Number one thing.
absolutely, man.
Other than that, if you can't swim, you're gonna drown.
That's facts. That's facts. You got it.
What's up, Mr. Tim?
Yeah, it's all
Yes, sir. Can't stick out like a sore thumb.
so it's all about survival, man, for sure. Survival of the fittest, man. For sure, man. What's your name?
I'm BJ.
BJ?
BJ.
BJ, I'm Pierce, but yeah, Pierce, my said P9 Travel Vlogs, my channel. But yeah, man.
Definitely check it out.
Man, most definitely, brother. I appreciate the support, man. And like I said,
Next spot, man, go to Harbison.
Harbison
And Sand Hills.
Harbison and Sand Hills.
Yep, Sand Hills is an outlet mall, bro.
Okay.
A walk around mall, outdoor mall.
Outdoor mall. Okay.
Sand Hills, Harbison. All type of shit in Harbison.
Harbison.
All type of shit.
Okay. Okay, we'll go check it out, man.
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate the suggestions, bro. For real, man.
Like I said, man, on the place I get instead of dark alleys at night.
Most definitely. Hey, man, good, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Good, bro.
BJ, man, you stay up, brother. I'm praying for you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
No doubt, man. Yeah, man, it's good to see good brothers like that, man. Positive brother, you know. This right here is the Palmetto building. It houses the Sheraton Hotel. But absolutely, I always have to, you know, stay mindful of your surroundings, you know. And that's something I definitely remember, keep in mind every time I travel, you know, especially when I go to cities. Most of these cities, some of them I have some familiarity of them, but something like Columbia is my first time coming to the downtown area of Columbia. So, you know, a lot of these cities, a lot of them I've never been to. So, you know, it's always good to always keep in mind that, you know, head on a swivel and just be mindful of surroundings all the time. Other than that, you know, you can enjoy yourself. You can enjoy yourself in these cities and take in, you know, the natural beauty of these cities and everything, the landmarks and the architecture, the sculptures, all of that. And of course the artwork, the murals. Look at this right here, man. This is awesome, man. They literally like painted the landscape, the cityscape right over here on this part, on this of Columbia, right here on this mural. As you can see, it looks like a bridge over water. Got the little palm trees, you know, South Carolina's known for their palmetto trees. When it looks like a bunch of lights and the state capitol and the buildings downtown. This is nice. This is nice. And of course, you know, I got to give a shout out to the artist who made it all happen. This is by Christine, I think it's Lutfi. I think that's how it's pronounced. Christine Lutfi in 2019. And her social media handle is at PHUNKYARTZ. So that's Funky Arts, but with a PH instead of the F. Okay, all right, I can dig that. You know, a cool work of art right there. At IGA_Monet. So I believe it's Ija Monet who created that beautiful work of art. What these are those supposed to be seats with drums on them? You never know what you're gonna find in these cities. Lenny Glover, a Benedict College divinity student. And he was stabbed by an unknown assailant, but he still continued to protest despite all of that. Wow. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, he got stabbed though, but the fact that he came back and didn't let that stop him from protesting shows how strong his convictions were. Like, wow. That's crazy what the brother BJ told me earlier about a dude getting stabbed in Memorial Park, which is not too far from here. Like they say, Jay-Z made us, well, Jay-Z remade a song, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City. Actually, the original artist was Bobby Bland, who sung that song, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City. Here's a nice sculpture right here with a fountain outside of, this is a little square park right there. Tables and chairs right outside the Columbia Museum of Art. African intersection on Main Street, African American life in Columbia. So they actually have a section of the museum that talks about American life in Columbia in partnership with the Columbia Museum of Art. And here's the front of it too. Like that stainless steel facade of the museum. Let me go this way. There's a couple more things I want to see down on Main Street. Alteration shop right here too, called Main and Taylor Alterations. And across the street over there they have Cavaliers Men's Shop, where you can go get suited and booted basically. Here goes a building called the Nickelodeon. It's a Nickelodeon theater. I've heard of Nickelodeons. I'm not quite sure what it was supposed to be, like some type of films that they did back in the day, back in the 1940s or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't. Yeah, I have to do my homework on the Nickelodeons. Only Nickelodeon I've heard of was the channel with all the cartoons and sitcoms and things of that nature that I grew up watching. Many of us 90s babies grew up watching Nickelodeon.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
Roommates is house sharing. House sharing.
Yeah. This is the Richland County Judicial Center right over here. This is the area of the city, looks like, where there's all the courthouses, and this building right here is City Hall, Columbia City Hall, and this is Jefferson Square. Not quite sure what that building functions as. Might be the police precinct, who knows? Actually, no, right across the street is the precinct over in that brick building right there. So that might be something else. I'm not sure. I know it's a government building for sure. And that'll do it for the downtown portion of this vlog, coming to you from Columbia, South Carolina. So stay tuned for more footage.
I know you're not, so come stretch. Why you
Here
think
at
I
the
give you that
Columbia
look?
Riverfront Park and historic Columbia Canal.
Sit and do the hamstrings. Because those are like super tight on the wrist. Sit on the bench. Yes, ma'am. And I'll time you.
And this is the Palmetto Trail. Here in South Carolina. Excellent place to get a jog on, or just a brisk evening walk like I'm doing right now. Also bike. Can't forget about the bike, the cycling, or the biking. That's what I like about this time of the year during the spring. It's like it's almost 8 o'clock and the sun is still out and bright. Just slightly cooler, that's all. You know, in the South, even if the sun is still out and it's like it's getting ready to set soon, you still feel the humidity in the air. But this is actually, over here is the Columbia water treatment plant. As I mentioned earlier, South Carolina, or Columbia, South Carolina, is where Broad and Saluda rivers, they basically converge and they form the Canal River. So we're actually nearby that confluence.
It was there.
And here we are at the Riverfront Park. And I believe right here, this is the Canal River. But you see the sun right there reflecting off the water. It's a nice shot.
Excuse me. Sorry.
It's all right. All right. And here goes the bridge right here. That goes over the Canal River, as you can see. Yo, check that out. It's like some water being sprayed into the river. I think that's the water treatment plant over there. They're repairing this building right here, so access is restricted. No public access. Look, it's too bad because it looks nice down there, but at least we can get it from up here, so that's cool. So as in repairs, I wonder if they mean renovations or if they just have to repair certain parts of the building. I'm not sure. Looks really old. Again, that's right over there by the river. I think this is where the river split, because there's a confluence of Saluda and Broad River, and they form the Canal River, but there's a confluence and there's a split. That's about as far as I'm gonna go. Just wanted to come out here and check out this landmark, since I do like green spaces, and I love green spaces that are also by a riverfront. So there you have it. For my final stop for my Columbia, South Carolina walking tour, I decided to come to 5 Points, the 5 Points district of Columbia. Kind of gives you little 5 Points vibes in Atlanta. And I was actually searching for places that kind of gave those similar vibes. And here we go, you know, kind of like an alternative district, so to speak. This is 5 Points district. So there's bars, there's mom and pop stores, boutiques, consignment shops, that whole nine. So Bang Back Pinball Lounge. Wow, that looks fun. Got pinball machines in there. Haven't seen one of those in quite some time. And for those that are wondering, the 5 Points district is located east of downtown Columbia. Here goes these fountains. That is awesome. Look at those lights. Welcome to 5 Points, Columbia's original village neighborhood. So it's good to have these areas that you can hang out and have a good time and not have to go to the core of the city, which is downtown. You can enjoy the city without being around all of the, I mean, it's still in the city, but you're not downtown. It's a different vibe when you're in these kind of like eclectic hangout spots, if you will. There goes a mural. In this brick right here, readings from 5 Points. That's another thing I like about neighborhoods like that, is the art, the artwork. That's really cool. And you have the GOAT over here, reggae music, Mr. Bob Marley, who's always at peace with the universe. See that artwork, him facing the lion. Bob Marley, another legend, gone way too soon. Passed away before I was even born, but made, while he was here in his relatively short life, he made a lot of hits and touched the entire world with his music. Yeah, we're definitely approaching nightfall. surprised there's not more people out here. This looks like it would be a big hangout spot. Maybe it'll attract more people later on tonight. I mean, it's 8 o'clock. The night's still young. Or the evening is still young. Night's still young. Whatever you want to call it. Check that out. Walking by this gourmet shop. They've been closed now for 2 hours. Almost 2.5 hours. They got some nice looking shops over here. If you don't want to go to the mall, you know, you can always come to 5 Points. So the major drags on the 5 Points area is Saluda Avenue and Divine Street. And they have fountains all over this place. This is nice right here. Got the palm trees right here surrounding the fountain. Oh, look at that vehicle right there. That caught me off guard. I don't know. I don't even know what that vehicle, what the name of it is, but interesting body shape. Couple little stores over here. This one has the pink painting on it, called Little Happy. This one's for the hippies, called Lucy's, since 1992. So they have clothing that the hippies definitely wear, tie-dye shirts and different now here you go over here, you see like the little spiritual dress right here. It's nice. It looks like it's a pretty neat store. So again, if you're into that alternative kind of unconventional, if you will, type of life, then you come over here to Little 5 Points. They got what you They got what you're looking for. And on that note, people, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this video, which also concludes this trip to Columbia, South Carolina. I enjoyed my time here, met some cool people while I was here. This is why I do what I do. The interactions with people have been great. That being said, guys, if you like my videos, please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever it is. Definitely show some support, trying to have this channel grow. I'm liking the progress that I'm seeing. So y'all keep tuning in, and again, subscribe and like. Peace. You guys be safe. I'm gonna be safe going home, and you guys have yourselves a great evening. Peace.